Hello, my fellow Welt lovers. Okay, buckle up because we are about to dive face first into the wildest, most brain-melting, galaxy-brained Honkai Star Rail theory session you've ever had, because March 7th just decided to become the most mysterious, most expensive, and potentially meta-breaking DPS of 3.5. I am absolutely losing it trying to unpack what the devs are cooking with this one. Like, seriously, is this a playable character or a four-dimensional chess puzzle disguised as an anime girl with a bow? Let's break down what we know, what we think we know, and what we absolutely have no clue about but will pretend to understand anyway because that's what being a Star Rail fan is all about. Topping up in Genshin or Star Rail can get expensive, and let's be honest, we've all seen those in-game prices and wished they were just a bit lower. Well, that's exactly what LD Shop is here for. This is LD Shop, the official top-up platform developed by the LD Player Emulator Group. It lets you top up your favorite games like Genshin Impact and Star Rail at huge discounts, up to 23% off or more. And yeah, it's super easy to use. All you need is your server and UID, and your top-up will show up in-game within just a few minutes. It's safe, reliable, and used by thousands of players. You can even compare prices, for example, something like the Supply Pass or a 6480 Stellar Jade Bundle. It's way cheaper here than in-game. If you register using my link, you'll get a 15% off coupon and an extra 5% off coupon, which can save you up to $50 on your first top-ups. Plus, LD Shop gives you the same first top-up bonus you get in-game, so you're not missing out on anything. And if you're planning to spend more, here's a bonus. If you spend over $80, you'll unlock VIP status, which gives you a free supply pass and more perks. So if you're looking to save while still getting everything you normally would in-game, just use the link in the description and get Phanon or the Fate collab characters while saving more. So let's start with the obvious. March 7th is back, but not just as a quirky photographer. No. She's now a Remembrance Path DPS, and if you're not already screaming internally, you'll be soon. This means we're entering completely uncharted territory because Remembrance is traditionally known for its free support and CC gimmicks. But now we've got a straight-up DPS unit on our hands. And it's not just that she hits hard, it's that her kit revolves around Memosprites, and this is where everything goes completely bonkers. Let's talk Veil of Evernight, aka the planar set designed specifically for this Chaos Queen. This set gives you bonus final DMG for each ally target on the field during the night, up to a staggering 40% max. Sounds simple? Think again. Because here's the catch. This bonus only scales if there are up to 8 ally targets on the field. That's right, 8. Which, if you're a sane person like me, should immediately have you shouting, "Wait, how do we even get 8 allies on the field?" Well, welcome to Memosprite madness. Apparently in her party, each unit, March included, can summon their own Memosprite. So the theory, and honestly pretty solid speculation, is that you're going to need a full team of Memosprite using Remembrance units to hit the 8 ally cap and fully unlock her damage potential. You know what that means, right? March is possibly the most expensive unit ever released because she doesn't just need good teammates, she needs good summoning teammates. She doesn't want your boring, old meta supports. She wants full Remembrance synergy, baby. Give her Hysilens. Give her Castor Ice. Heck, give her an entire theme park of icy ghost friends because that's how you enable this monster. Oh, and don't even get me started on the idea floating around that March might be self-sufficient and come with more than one Memosprite of her own. Like, if she can summon multiple at once? Then yeah, maybe we can calm down with the "you need a full Memosprite team" panic. But right now, with leaks from Galaxy_Leak suggesting that Evernight and Cyrene only get one Memosprite each, the fear is real. The copium is thick. The theory crafting spreadsheets are flooding. Now speaking of her actual skills, oh lordy, this is where the HP scaling rabbit hole begins. You've got people claiming March is an HP scaling DPS because of cyclical extrapolation, a line from earlier data mines, and all the signs point to this being correct. Her Madness Malady skill literally heals her for 25% of her max HP and boosts her damage by a horrifying 150% for 2 turns, and it's on a short cooldown. You telling me that ain't HP scaling? Pair that with War Scribes, which gives all ally units a 40% max HP increase, and suddenly your team is a parade of beefy tanks that also slap harder than Kafka on a Monday morning. And then there's the Berserker Blessing, which, brace yourselves, makes it so every time any ally gets attacked, everyone gets treated as if they were hit, and all units charge Blazer, equal to 8% of their max HP. That's a resource battery. That's like having a full gas tank every time someone sneezes. If you're building her with high HP, this synergizes beautifully with Memosprite mechanics, making her and her team loop like crazy. But wait, we're not done being confused. Because there's also the story presently, the Remembrance Blessing that boosts a Memosprite's master's stats by 8% per turn up to a max of 60% once the Memosprite disappears or after 8 turns. Meaning you're getting a massive steroid over time just by keeping your Memosprites active and alive. Which means more uptime equals more damage. More HP equals more tankiness equals longer Memosprite lifespans. Are we starting to see how this insane puzzle is slowly fitting together? Let's also talk Hearth Clan, an essential blessing that raises max HP and gives your allies obsession stacks every time someone breaks a weakness. Break mechanics and remembrance have always been good friends, but now they're straight-up soulmates. March's kit and these blessings are practically designed to make you slam into those break bars like your sanity depends on it. Plus, obsession stacks play directly into her Madness Malady, which consumes them for healing and burst damage. So every team action becomes part of this unholy ballet of charging, healing, freezing, and nuking. And let's not ignore the potential rear-end speculation and implications here. Because if March is the only DPS coming in 3.5 and the set is tuned around having 8 total units on the field, we better pray that one of the free units, or better yet, March herself, can help fulfill that condition. Because if not, this entire kit becomes a rich person's dream and AF 2P players' icy nightmare. There's a conspiracy theory going around, and I'm not even mad at it, that the devs designed March's kit like this on purpose to stretch the limits of team building and challenge players to think in layers. Like, it's not just bring 2 supports and you're done. It's bring a specific style of supports, with specific summons and blessings that enhance them, and maybe you'll scratch the surface of her full potential. During that infamous 3.0 dev interview, they even mentioned how hard it was to render 8 characters on screen simultaneously, and now they're leaning into that challenge as a feature, not a bug. And the best part? We don't even know if this is her final kit. There are rumors, there are leaks, but we're still waiting on full confirmations. Some are saying dual DPS might work in Evernight setups. Others are convinced it's all about solo March with pure summon support. There's even some side chatter about Cyrene being a better pairing than Castores, depending on how their buffs interact. But until we see these animations and kits live, it's all in the realm of cosmic speculation. So, what's the takeaway, my beloved Stellaron Hunters? March 7th is cooking. She's cooking in a kitchen that none of us have the blueprint for. She's the center of a team comp that demands investment, creativity, and possibly your soul. But if you're ready to embrace the chaos, if you're willing to assemble the ultimate Remembrance Avengers team, she might just be the most satisfying character to master in all of 3.5. I don't know about you, but I'm saving my stellar jades, my sanity, and probably my credit card just to pull her and see what kind of absolute nonsense I can unleash on the simulated universe. Will I regret it? Maybe. Will I care? Absolutely not. Because this is Honkai Star Rail, and we don't chase meta, we chase vibes, memes, and characters that make us question the laws of physics. March 7th, you beautiful, mysterious snowstorm. I'm ready for the ride.